Hi everybody, Counselor Dave Lane here, and I'd like to chat with you today about an issue that's going on Boncloddy Street, where a family would like to open a Balkan restaurant, and at the last minute, after they thought they had everything in place, they were actually denied their permit. And what this, as first and foremost, comes down to is purely a legal situation that we're in. Um, the building they want to use was a bar for many, many years. In fact, probably one of the oldest I've heard. And it was in a residential area. That's how it's been zoned. Now, the zoning of residential came into place many years ago, but because it was already a commercial use, it was grandfathered in, is the term they use. And in order to keep that non-conforming use, you have to renew the use within 3 years, every 3 years. And what happened was 2 months before this day that they wanted to have the application, it actually expired. That 3-year time limit passed. So it seems easy. Why can't council simply say, well, it's only been 2 months, like obviously this should be allowed to happen? The problem is that I think a resident nearby who doesn't want any commercial use has pointed this out. So quite frankly, we would very likely be sued. Now, it's not that we're totally afraid of being sued. We definitely lose. And if we lost, obviously there'd be a cost to taxpayers, but more importantly, the restaurant owners would still not be allowed to have a restaurant there. So it's almost kind of like a lost cause as far as that's concerned. Now, I'm not going to give up entirely here. I am going to talk to legal and say, are we sure there's no way? For example, maybe there's another measure we could use for the timeline. And what it does bring up is we need to fix our regulations a little bit, perhaps. Maybe make that timeline a bit longer or add some flexibility somehow, because we have to be allowing and helping businesses start. Now, updating regulations is not really going to help the Husiks in this case to start their restaurant, but we do need to ensure that our development regulations are flexible enough and friendly enough. So the good news is that we have a draft of new regulations. They've been totally updated, and there's an information session on August 29th that I encourage you to go to. You can go in the afternoon, 3 to 5 or 7 to 9. Now, I've actually written a blog post about this issue, and I encourage you to go there. I've got a link to that event as well. But I want to take a second as well to just talk about the importance of this issue. It highlights a few things. First of all, it's really important that we do have mixed-use development in our community. It makes communities, neighborhoods more vibrant. It's actually good for the community because it forces people to kind of bump into each other when they use different services. It's not just homes. As well, we need to be doing whatever we can to support small business. If we want to get away from this tyranny of the oil and gas cycle, which could be done, who knows, we need to be having a more diverse economy, and supporting small local businesses really helps. Even if you did get an oil and gas job here, you would still have a family most likely coming with you, and we need to make sure there's lots of jobs and opportunities along with a great community. And finally, we need to be welcoming people. The Husiks in this example, although it was a completely legal issue, they are immigrants, and we need to be doing what we can to welcome people. The bottom line is that our population is aging, in a lot of cases it's getting smaller, and we need people here bringing new ideas, new opportunities, in this case, creating new jobs. So this is a very frustrating situation for me now, and for many others. So please do check out the blog. I talk a bit more about this. I got the link in the description, or you can comment on Facebook, where I'm also going to be posting this video. And if you could share this with people who've talked to you about the issue, I'd like for as many people as possible to understand how we came to this conclusion, because there might be some misperception out there. But also I'd like to get people's input on how we can do better going forward. So thanks for watching, and please have a great discussion, and I'll be involved with that as well.